Now we're going to move on to conversion kits. And when I say conversion kit, it's a pin, the pin that holds the primary, or I'm sorry, the cam arm, the second stage cam arm. We make 4 different pins for this, actually all of our primaries, the Rage 4s and the Rage 8s. And the reason we do that is because, you know, Polaris has a 1/4-inch diameter pin, Yamaha uses an 8mm diameter pin, and Arcticat uses the fixed, you know, 5/16 diameter pin. In this certain position we have the Arcticat fixed pin. There are 2 bushings on the outboard, 1 on each side. The pin has a dimple in it. We set screw the cam arm to the dimple, and we do not over tighten the screw so that it can pivot. The cam arm can pivot on that pin. Okay. We like this design because you have more surface area on the pin for the bushings. Okay. With these high revving, high torque, high horsepower machines nowadays, 1 bushing in the cam arm is not enough surface area, and they wear out fast. So we like the outboard idea, and that's what we try to get customers around. We do sell our super tip cam arms with, you know, a tapped hole to secure to that pin, and for that reason only. Okay. Now, installation. It's very important when you install a cam arm in a clutch, our clutch. Okay. And this goes true for some other aftermarket clutches in the industry, and some OEM clutches as well. So this may help you in that regard. But we have this certain conversion kit. This is for the 1/4-inch pin. Okay. What we do is we have bushings. Like, you will get a kit that will look like this. It has 2 bushings, and it'll have a nut on the end of it. We insert those bushings from the inside, so they come out. You'll see the flange is right here on the inside. Don't put them on the outside. That's not the way they're designed to be installed. Here, I'll take this out of there. You can see that bushing comes from the inside out. All right, I'm gonna pull that right out of there. The way these are set up in a clutch, I'll throw them on the pin here so you can kind of see what I got. Is like that. All right, they're sitting inside those whole. Boy, now I got screwed up. I'm backwards. See, that's why we do videos. Okay, they sit in there like that, from the inside out, and the cam arm pivots between those 2 flanges. All right, that's important. Now, when you install your cam arm in the clutch, I've seen this in the field with customers having problems. Don't over tighten this bolt. Okay, you snug that bolt just enough so it will not pivot. Now we're talking only for cam arm. Let's say all cam arms. All right, I do not want that bolt tight. If you tighten that bolt tight so it's not going to pivot the cam arm, it'll take these tower surfaces. There's a tolerance held here. This is close tolerance machine area because it has to slide back forth. It collapses, that tower will pinch this spider, and that clutch will not cycle. Or it'll cycle, but you're going to lose probably 30 to 50% of efficiency out of that unit. It won't engage. It's just going to act silly as can be. So the key is, do not over tighten these bolts. I can't stress that enough. And of course, it's in the directions. Okay, spider removal. Now I don't want to take too much time up in this video, but I don't want to sit here and just unscrew all these little 4 cam arms. But on a quick change, obviously you got to pull the sleeve off. You got to take these 4 arms out, and then the spider slides out. And then I can basically do that all as one piece right here on a quick change. You can see there's a hex. Everything lays on top of that. All right. Whoops. But that's quick change spider removal. Screw-on spider removal, a little different. Okay, this is not a Rage 8, but it doesn't matter. They're all the same. While I'm here, the bolt. You you will get a little sleeve that goes on underneath the lock washer and the head of the bolt, just like that. This little area here is a nice slip fit for that shaft. That keeps that bolt in the center of that shaft. You gotta use these guys. This is important. Okay, that should come with your bolt in your kit. You get a clutch bolt with your kit. Now, of course, you got to remove the cover and the spring. You got to remove the spider nut. You know, if it's Loctited on there, you're going to have 1 7/16 deep well socket. Remove that. Then the spider. All right, we have tools for the spider. You will, if you have a screw-on spider, you will receive a tool in your kit. Okay. It comes just like that. It fits in those holes in that spider, just like I've shown you. And put a bar on it. 3-foot bar is what I recommend, and unscrew your spider. That is how you remove the spider from a screw-on clutch. Sometimes you may, with blue Loctite, in fact, I've had to use local heat. If you're going to get this area hot, get it hot fast. And what I like to use, and I have my own torches here, I use a polypropylene, and I have a very local heat, and I can get that thing hot real fast in here. The reason I say fast is because aluminum conducts heat very quickly. It'll get up into these buttons, and you'll melt your buttons. And you'll be calling me for some new buttons. Another tip would be to take 4 rags, individual rags, and soak them wet and wrap them around this area right here while you're heating this. And as soon as you get done heating this, pull them rags off real fast, get your tool on there and bust that spider loose. Get about 2 or 3 cranks on it and cool it off as fast as you can with the rags, those areas. You don't want those buttons to get melted, alright? That's just the nature of the beast with screw-on spiders. Boy, they have their pros and their cons, let me tell you. So, that pretty much covers, well, no, I gotta go back up here. There's another tool that comes in your kit for spider remover. This will fit in a receiver hitch of your truck, car, whatever. You can bolt it down to your trailer or whatever you want to do. But there's 3, you'll see there's 3 little posts in the back side, or on the face of this tool. That fits in the 3 holes in the bottom of your primary if you've got a screw on. If you've got a quick change, you won't have those holes in there. Okay. You'll get a piece of threaded rod. Alright. It has a little nut on the end of it. Let's take that off. Okay. Install the clutch down on top of the threaded rod. Turn it so it engages the holes. Let me find the dang things. There it goes. Locked in position. It's very important when you bust a spider loose that this nut is tight, okay? You've got to have this nut tight, because if you don't, you will shear off those dowel pins that are inside that tool, underneath the tool, okay? It's got to be tight. You get that tight, slide your tool over it, and bust her loose, okay? Now torquing, they say to torque these things to 80 foot-pounds of torque. Well, no one's got a torque wrench that fits the end of a bar or a pipe, so I usually like a 3 to 4 foot bar and just give it a good tug. Spread your feet out a good 4 feet, and just give it a tug. You'll know when it's tight. If you reef like crazy on the thing, you're going to split the spider. I've seen them crack. Okay. Use blue Loctite. I cannot say that fast and long enough. You've got to use blue Loctite, and the reason for it is not to keep the spider from coming off. It's there to stop the spider from screwing on too tight. The failure to use blue Loctite can cause cracked spiders as well. Failure to use blue Loctite will cause the threads to lock up and basically stick to the steel. You'll never get, if you do get that spider off, it'll come out without any threads off on it. It'll be destroyed. okay? Use blue Loctite. Don't use red, use blue, okay? Blue Loctite also goes bad. If you have it open to the atmosphere, it will go bad. It will not work. So make sure you have fresh Loctite, or keep a